Okay, so as we move from one story to the other, and this is our final story for this roundup. You guys are going to be getting a bonus roundup a little later on. So that's why this is going to be a little short. Um, so as we all know, streaming is one of the major proponents of our entertainment world. You know, um, it is television, it is streaming, and it is feature films. Um, and because of that, streaming is important. So this comes from Deadline. And what it says is The Last of Us hits the $1 billion minute week on Nelson's US streaming charts. Wakanda Forever debuts amongst most streamed movies. Black Panther Wakanda Forever makes its entrance on Disney Plus, debuting on Nelson's US streaming list with 2.3 billion viewing minutes for the week of January 30th to February 5th. I'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. The film, which hit the streaming service on February 1st after its November theatrical release, was the number one streaming program during that week and also became the third most streamed movie in a measurement week since 2020. It beat out Wonder Woman 1984 for that spot, but it's still behind Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery and Hocus Pocus 2. Wakanda Forever dethroned Netflix You People, which fell to number 2 in the list with 1.6 billion viewing minutes. New Amsterdam, which streams on both Netflix and Peacock, delivered 1.3 billion viewing minutes and sat at number 3. The HBO series The Last of Us is hit a milestone this week, notching its first billion-minute week since it debuted in January. With 5 episodes available, the post-apocalyptic series jumped 36% from the last interval to notch 1.2 billion minutes in fourth place overall. Nielsen streaming measurements only account for viewing on HBO Max, so these numbers don't reflect any viewership on HBO's linear channel, meaning they're not counting the channel, they're just counting streaming. HBO hasn't released updated viewership numbers for the series since episode 4. Perhaps unsurprisingly, Nelson asserted the audience profile for The Last of Us is virtually identical to The Walking Dead and skews younger and more male audiences. And that's when I ask people, have you seen The Last of Us? Have you seen The Last of Us? I'm like, no. I said, okay, it's like The Walking Dead, just with a better story. So that's exactly how I put it, by the way. Jeannie and Georgia still made the list, albeit number 7, down from second place the week prior. The Netflix series brought in almost 900 million minutes viewed as far as streaming originals goes. The series was number 1. Interestingly enough, Peacock's Poker Face looks to be giving Ginny and Georgia a run for its money. The Ryan Johnson series came in second among the streaming originals for the week with 641 million minutes viewed upon five upon 5 episodes. When taking into account that Jeannie and Georgia have 20 episodes available, Poker Face blew past it in times of the average audience. The usual licensed staples were also in the top 10 programming: The Walking Dead, Coco Melon, Grey's Anatomy, and CIS. And then, so the chart you see there is the one that's on the screen. This is interesting because, so let me go back to let me go back to the beginning of the article because I want to talk about something real quick. Okay. It said it made 2.3 billion viewing minutes. Now, here's the thing. Um, so the runtime in this movie is about an hour and a half, I think. Um, so it's a very, I won't say short movie. It's you know it's about an hour and a half. So um, it's 2 hours. Actually, I see it correctly. It's 2 hours and 41 minutes. Now, take out for a minute. Take out the credits at the end. Okay, so that's about 7 minutes. And what you have is about a 2.5 hour film. Now, put it like this: 2.4 billion minutes. Now, I'm not a calculator, I can't do that in my head. But that just goes to show you how many people watched that in its first week. I mean, what you'd have to do is, divide 2 hours and 35 minutes, or how many minutes it is. So it's 150 minutes divided by, X amount of billions, and that's what you get. Now, the other thing too is this, okay, that then it's not listed here, okay, but it's average watch time. So how long are people watching this? So they're probably not sitting down and turning it off in 15 minutes. Okay. They're watching the whole thing. This is an incredible feat. Um, because it's a movie, right? And it's just, I thought it was a good movie. I won't say it was great. It wasn't Black Panther, but it was good. The other key here is this: The Last of Us. The Last of Us is now a show that is going into its 8th episode this week. Okay. And you have almost 1.2 billion minutes of this show watched. That's incredible. Now, if each episode fluctuates, but that's incredible. It just passed the 1 billion minute mark. Now, it sounds like a lot, and it is a lot because it's exclusive, right? Um, there isn't enough to be said about this show. I mean, all you got to do is go back and watch the streams that we've had, but just everything. Craig Mazin is a genius. Neil Druckmann is a genius. Okay, and I I I'm so looking for that episode 8 and the finale in 2 weeks. Um, it's going to be amazing. Um, yeah, so this is going to be fun, and to see that these two are on top and they stay there. Now it's going to be interesting to see what happens with The Last of Us. Now they haven't updated this since. Okay, if you look here, they haven't updated it yet. So now we're going into episode 8. I'll be very curious to see what happens, okay, in the 8th, when this gets updated to 8 episodes. Because as you can see here, Wakanda Forever only has the one movie, right? This will be the interesting tell. It's still a phenomenal rate, but it will be interesting to see what happens with that. I can't wait for episode 8. And, you know, this is going to be an incredible. Let's see how well it stays up there. I mean, of course, you're going to have your staple shows, you know, NCIS, Grey's Anatomy, Walking Dead. So, um, but The Last of Us is really, and by the way, that's the only HBO Max series there. So that's something else to you know contend with. But yeah, I congratulations to HBO Max. Congratulations to everybody who worked on the project. Congratulations to everybody. This may not be a big deal to them, but it's a big deal to us because we're watching it. So I'm so happy for them. And Disney Plus, they hit a home run. It just goes to show you they hit a home run. And I would have been really curious to see, and we'll never know this, how much money that would have actually continued to make if that had stayed in theaters. We'll never know. So, anyways, that's that's a great story to see in itself. Um, so what? That's it for today's roundup. I'm going to be bringing you another one either today or tomorrow. I'm going to go see Creed tonight, probably. So tomorrow, definitely. I got 3 stories lined up for you.